When Barcelona president Joan Laporta addressed a 2-hour press conference trying to defend the name of the club as they seek to fight against corruption allegations that they allegedly bribed a referee for a long time, well, he chose to attack pretty much everyone who cast any sort of doubts over the integrity of FC Barcelona. But he saved probably his strongest barbs for Real Madrid, Barcelona's arch rivals. And perhaps the one barb that really stung the most was when he referred to Real Madrid as a club of the regime. And it's a not so veiled reference to the fact that Real Madrid were in many ways used for sports washing propaganda by the dictatorship of General Franco. And that's something that a lot of people said had arguably sent relations between Real Madrid and Barcelona to an absolute nadir. Well, those people would be wrong because Real Madrid actually chose to put out a 4-minute long video in response to what it is that Joan Laporta has said. It's all over their social media channels, and if you haven't seen it, well, we're going to show you some of the interesting clips from that particular part and some of the most scathing responses that Real Madrid have hit back with in response to Laporta's allegations. You can check that out right now. That's a pretty strong rebuttal as far as rebuttals go, and it is worth noting that there's no right or wrong as far as this entire situation is concerned. That is because, well, it's a pretty complicated situation that both sides, both Real Madrid and Barcelona, are trying to use to their own gain in many ways. How so? Well, it's no secret that General Franco did in fact use Real Madrid as a sports washing tool, but contrary to popular belief, he didn't necessarily try and get referees or Spanish football to kind of influence or try and make Real Madrid more successful. He just used them as a sports washing tool because they were already very successful. That being said though, terming Barcelona as the club of the regime, particularly that of the Franco regime, is something that is bound to rankle a lot of people, especially in the region of Catalonia where Barcelona are. And Barcelona has in fact been probably one of the proudest representatives of Catalonian culture. Now, Catalonia, as was the case with many other parts of Spain during Franco's reign that were pretty much targeted and terrorized, naturally does not like to be called, in this case or in any case really, positively associated with General Franco, and naturally there has been a lot of uproar that Barcelona chose to hit back in such a way. And whilst many people are praising the response, it does actually showcase that, well, relations between the clubs, despite the fact that they are both in agreement for a Super League, very much at an all-time low, because it's reached a point where they are taking bobs at each other using social media. And if you thought that previously it was bad when players would maybe move from one club to another, this seems to be reaching a whole new level because the tribalism of the social media arena does tend to make it a lot worse. And well, there's no real room for subtlety, but it would actually be in the best interest of Spanish football if both of their biggest clubs stop sniping at each other the way they have in public. For all you know, Barcelona may actually have been doing what they were doing in a legal manner, and what is more, it is no denying the fact that Real Madrid in the past, whilst probably favored in some ways by Franco, weren't really used or weren't really exactly his club, let's put it that way. There's a lot of discourse to unpack here, and of course, you can't always do so in that way in social media, but you guys can let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree with what all has been happening, and whether or not you think the club should stop sniping. And don't forget, like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, leave us a comment, and also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, don't forget to download the SportsTak app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos that we've done. For now, from my side, goodbye.